Hey there, welcome to What Dogs Really Want, the podcast where we ditch some old school myths and explore what dogs really need to thrive in the modern world. We're your hosts. There's Marin
Hello.
and
Jump the
Elena.
gun there.
Hello. Sorry, she's very excited today. And me, Stephanie. Each week, we're going to break down canine behavior looking through the lens of ethology, enrichment, and empathy. And whether you're a dog pro or just in love with your dog, you are in the right place. We do want to clarify that our podcast was created to express our feelings and discuss how we can better support the dogs in our lives. We don't wish to offend anyone. Our goal is to view things from a dog's perspective and explore how we can all adjust our behavior to ensure our dogs live their happiest lives. So let's dive into it.
All right. This week we're talking about the broad issue or broad conversation and topic of body language, dog body language, why it's important, what are like the body language signs that your dog gives off, how to interpret those, and then any factors that you might need to consider when looking at body language. So yeah, I think we're just going to start off with what is body language and why is it so important when interacting with dogs, either pet dogs or dogs in the wild?
Dogs in the wild.
Feral
Yeah,
dogs.
so let's go over the most general, just for today's purposes. These could all be deeper dives, and they probably will be at some point. But let's talk about the body language. What does a happy or relaxed dog look like? Um,
Are you
Guys, we're all
asking?
just kind of jump in. Yes,
Soft
educate me.
ears.
It's a
Yeah.
quiz.
Soft features. They smile, but not like I feel like that's a difficult one because a stressed dog also smiles. So
Like a submissive grin.
yeah, like a
And
submissive
how
grin
would you
or
tell the
like
difference?
the lips
Yeah.
pulled back. Like there's a lot of different smiles, but like a happy dog, yeah, soft features, wiggly body, tail wagging, but not too high wagging, like low and wagging, like just, loose, relaxed.
Soft, loose,
Yeah.
Yeah.
relaxed,
Squinty
almost
eyes.
works. Squishy.
Relaxed ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. The greeting stretches. Like
Hmm.
Mm.
the big thing is like you've got to look at the whole body, take everything into consideration, like you guys both mentioned, like that softness, that
Hmm.
goofiness. That's not going to be a dog that's scared or upset because just think about you. When you see your friend, what do? You're like, hi. It's all open and wide and welcoming. And it's similar for dogs. You know, you've got a more relaxed face, play bows. And soft panting, you see that versus like that real labored breathing or
Hmm.
that tight mouth.
Hmm.
Um, I like that you mentioned this smiling. That is so misunderstood because there is that natural smile that's happy and relaxed, and then you do have the submissive grin, which is more of a fearful communication. And working in the shelters, we'd see dogs that would be marked for aggression and then be put on the E list when it was just a submissive grin. And so we were really trying to educate, like, how do you tell the difference between a lip curl and just that, and it's, again, you got
Body
to look at the full
language.
context. What?
The
Yeah.
body
Um,
language.
yeah. It's tough though, because people just make instant judgments. And I think a lot of pet parents do that too. They don't understand what that the teeth showing is. And it's really crucial to know that for your dog's well-being.
Yeah.
So then moving into fear, what are some things that display fear?
Tail tucked, cowering,
Ears
um,
back.
Yeah.
whale eyes, like showing the whites of their eyes, kind of like side eyeing you.
The stress lines on the sides of their face.
Yeah, I saw in that video you sent
Yeah.
me, which I'm sure we'll link down below, that video,
So
very
good.
basic video about body language, but it was saying like when a dog is scared, they pull back just like we do. So like their ears pull back, they might bring their neck back, kind of trying to like duck away from you, turning their head, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Avoiding.
Yeah,
Sometimes the
hiding.
paw up,
Yeah.
anything that's kind of like what's going on here? Like the paw raising. And a lot of people misunderstand that one too. And Elena, the tension ridges on the face,
Mhm.
it's surprising to me how many people don't see that. But
Mm.
that is clearly stress because everything's just getting pulled back and tight and tense and deciding how they're going to respond.
Mm-hmm.
Furrowed
Eyes,
brows.
eyes darting around, like.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Like kind of where's my escape route if things go
Mm-hmm.
badly. Moving slowly with Clover is
Yeah.
afraid of something. Her whole body just like slinks down and she moves really slowly so she can just kind
Don't
of
want to hit
assess what's
any booby
going on.
traps.
I know. And so they seem really obvious, but it's surprising to me how many people don't see that kind of stuff at dog parks, in daycares where you have groups of dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People miss all that, and it's just super important. Or even hypervigilance.
Mm.
Um, that's not
Yeah, like
necessarily
pacing.
being, yeah, yeah, it's being aware of your circumstances because they don't feel safe.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's a lot of that. I was going to say something about stress signals, but there's a lot of overlap there. So if you see those things, it's fear, but clearly also stress. The whites
Li
of the eyes is another one you mentioned, Miriam, and people
Mhm.
don't see that, and it's so obvious. Like if you Google body language, and Miriam's going to link a really good film in our notes. It's made by an FDM, Family Dog Mediator. It's basic, but it's a
Yeah,
good,
just like a 3 minute, really simple video about dog body language and like happy dog, fearful dog. Super
yeah,
simple, really
yeah.
straightforward.
It's good. Um, I just feel like dogs are always communicating to us, and it's our job as a pet parent or even somebody who lives in the world with pets, dogs. We have to figure out what they're trying to say to us. It's like when you go to another country and you hear people talking in French. You may not understand what they're saying, but you're not just going to yell at them or, respond
Or
without
just
knowing what
ignore what they're
context.
saying. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Like the dogs just have a different language and they're trying so hard. They're always trying to communicate with us. It's weird to me how little body language people know. I almost feel like you should get a license of proficiency before you're able to have a dog in your house, but
genuinely. Another one we
that's my
didn't,
dream world.
a big one that we didn't mention was lip licking.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah, yes. Another very misunderstood one. No one catches that.
I know, because sometimes it can be
Oh,
really subtle,
yeah.
just like a quick little lick of the lips, but like that's my
Or they
first
think they're
indicator.
hungry.
Yeah, but like with
Yes.
Obi, like I can always tell with Obi if he's getting uncomfortable because he'll lick his lips and he'll give like major side eye, like, and those are always his tells. And I'm like, oh, okay, like he's had enough. Like that's it. Like,
Yeah, again, the context. You've got to look at the full body if you're not sure what that is. And yawning. Yawning is another huge stress signal that
yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, why are you so tired?" It's like they're not tired, they're stressed because again, it's like the tense body and the tense face and then that
Mm-hmm.
exaggerated yawn. Anything
Mm-hmm.
out of context is probably some sort of stress communication. So if you're I don't know, playing ball, but suddenly your dog starts yawning, step back and consider like what might be going on there.
Yeah.
Needs
Um,
Obviously, if you're like eating dinner and your dog starts licking their lips, they're probably not stressed out. They're
right,
probably just wanting your food. So yeah, it's about the context clues, and reading the full picture, not just your dog, but the situation they're in.
right, right. And then along those lines, moving up, so you've got your happy dog and then your more fearful dog and now a stressed dog, the bite indicators. And that is always surprising to me too, how people don't realize how close that dog is to making a decision. And most
Yeah.
likely it's because they've been giving all these other signals and you're not catching it. So
Yeah.
then they feel like they have to elevate it.
Yeah.
So that whale eye, the bigger whale eye,
The
um,
hard, just the stiff face, like just very kind of like when you get pissed off and you're trying not to say anything, so you just zip my lips. Like it's the same thing that dogs do when they're like pissed off or stressed
yeah.
out.
And overall the body stilling where
Hmm. Yeah, just very tense. Yeah.
they're not disassociating. It's
Hmm.
really tight. And again, it looks like something that you would do too. Like if you're getting really upset and you're trying to decide, do I run away from the situation or do I confront this person?
Yeah, you're gonna
So
get
it
stiff and just like hard face, just like, yeah.
mm-hmm, Mm-hmm.
the lip curl, that's when the lip curl starts to come out. And like lip curls can be so subtle as well. Like it can be the tiniest little like quick lip
And
curl.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just a little like half-second lip curl, or it can be like a big major lip curl. Like,
Yeah.
but either one is just as telling.
I know. That made me
Hackles.
think of something else.
I think,
Yes. Yes.
Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think a
Random.
big
That's another
one,
one people don't understand.
the hackles.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's not always aggression. People like, oh, get your hackles down, but it is
Over
stress.
aroused and like,
Yeah,
yeah.
the assessment of a situation. So, what else? I was thinking of another body
This kind of
indicator.
goes along with this just the stiff body language, but I feel like the very slow head turn. I feel
Yeah,
like that's a big one that like makes me nervous when a dog just like slowly turns their head to me. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
that's my cue to step back.
It
yeah.
really
I was
is.
thinking I had never met an aggressive dog before in my life, and then we did an evaluation, every single dog in the county shelter, and we had this older husky, and one of our evaluation tests is you just run a hand down their back to see how they respond to human touch, and it's just one slow, soft. You're not pounding on him or anything.
Mhm.
So I just ran my hand down his back, and he just like turned and looked at me like that. I'm like, oh my God, I got like chills. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, okay, we're done. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
Like, that was really
My
scary. When you
bad.
see it, it's like, woo,
Yeah.
totally invaded your space. And I don't know what
Yeah.
your legs are, like what your story is. Um, but yeah, that's a scary one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But people are just
the head
unaware.
turn is what gets me. Like, like
Hmm.
that's the one that I'm like, even like lip curl, because that's so obvious. And I'm like, okay, sorry, but the head turn is just like, oh, this guy's about to like fucking go. Like,
I know. Like you expect his little voice to be like, run.
yeah, right. Literally, that's how I feel
Okay.
in my bones.
I know. And then the obvious one, like growling and stuff. And
Oh yeah,
people,
of course.
that's an obvious one, but there's all these things that come before that. And I wish I had the exact quote in front of me, but one of the best lessons I ever learned was dogs will give each other like 150 communications before you actually make a decision before they actually make a decision. But
Yeah.
the best behaviorists and trainers will only see the last seven. So think about
Yeah.
all these signals they're sending to another dog. And I try to impress upon that with people too, is if you just watch your dogs at home, May, our little terrier who's adorable, she is such a good communicator, but our other two, the big herding gals who could squish her if they wanted to, from across the room, May will give this look, and Jinx immediately just like, okay.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
it's crazy. And she'll walk away from her food bowl because from across the room, May is like, I want your food. It's
Yeah.
insane. And now I watch for it and you can see it, like the slower walk. She starts walking toward
Yeah.
Jinx and
Just
then she
the
kind of looks
eyes,
away
like
and
the
then looks.
hard
Mm.
eyes.
It's really interesting, but Jinx catches it from across the room.
Yeah.
And sometimes my partner will say, oh, there's nothing going on. I'm like, watch
Yeah.
these
Look
two.
at
And it's
May,
like
who's
a
in two rooms
dance.
down.
It's insane. Yeah. So they're really good at communicating with each other. So if you're ever bored, just sit and just watch your dogs and how they talk
That's
to each other.
that's was I feel like we've seen it a couple times. It's really interesting, like when we've been evaling a new dog for the school, and like we have like certain students that we'll use for every eval because they're super friendly, but like super respectful, really good at reading signals and like boundaries and stuff. And there's been a
Hmm.
couple times where we've had a dog in for an eval, and we can't see them. Like they're not outwardly like lip curling, like stiff or anything, but the other like our most friendly dogs just will not go near them. And like we don't see anything happening, but we're like, okay, clearly that dog is giving off some signals or some vibes that is making these dogs so uncomfortable. And it's so interesting 'cause
Yeah.
even though we can't see it, we have no idea what it is. We're like, yeah, something's there. Like it's just really
That's a
interesting.
really That's a really good point. That's actually my favorite way to get information during an evals because the dogs
Yeah.
know way better than we do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, if
yeah.
Bear or Ruby
Ruby
are
or
avoiding someone,
beans.
yeah, then it's like,
Then we're like,
okay,
oh
something's
yeah.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so interesting too because if you're watching for it, like we did one just not too long ago with Ruby, and the dog seemed fine, maybe a little wild, but not aggressive at all. And she came out and she usually is pretty happy to just say, and she just like barely looked at him and was like skirted around the yard, like as far away from him as she could be. And it's like, wow,
You guys need to
okay, I'm
leave now.
sorry. I know, and it's hard to explain to people because
Ruby
there's
got a bad
nothing.
vibe, so you're not welcome here. I'm so sorry.
I know. I was telling Ruby's dad's that the other day. I said we always use her for evals because she is such a good read,
Yeah.
and she
Well,
doesn't look for trouble.
she's a natural dog. She's a Carolina dog. So like it
Yeah,
makes sense that she would be the most like intuitive to other dogs' body language and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
and Beans as
yeah.
well, he has husky in him and cattle dog.
Mhm.
So he's like very like tuned into like dog body language and like signals and stuff like that. So it's interesting how those dogs are like the ones that we find the best just naturally, not even because they're a Carolina dog, because they're a husky. They just duh. Like
Yeah.
I know it's cool, and there's no confrontation. It's very,
it's just
it's very
okay.
cool.
I'll go back inside
Yeah.
then.
No thanks. So it's like, okay, I guess you can leave
Hope
now.
not to see you in class next week.
I know. Can we interest you in private tutoring?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's really pretty crazy, but I find it fascinating. I could go to a dog park and sit there all day just to watch the dog body language, but then of course I also get my
You're gonna
blood
get
pressure up
frustrated,
because
yeah.
it's so bad. It's
That's
so
like me
bad.
just at the park, like all these dogs running off leash. Their parents are like a mile away, not paying attention. I'm like, oh my God, this dog is being such a dick. Oh my God, that dog's trying so hard to get away from him. Oh my God.
They're just playful. They're
So
just
funny.
friendly. They love
That
everybody.
one, oh my God, I think I told you about it. But I was at the park once and there was this, oh, what was it? I think it was like a,
Is it a Vizsla?
no. It was a sight hound. Was it like a, it might have been like a greyhound, like a young greyhound or something like that. But it was just off leash, running crazy, like it was young, and just running up to all the other dogs, being all up on them. And there was this like older gentleman with like a little terrier dog, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, what do you remember what it was? It was like a whippet or like a greyhound or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. It
was
wasn't
a
a whippet.
sight
I
hound.
remember it was a larger dog,
It
like
was a
bigger
sight
than a
hound, like
whippet. Yeah.
yeah, it was some sort of sight hound, like a lurcher or something. But it like ran up to this guy with a terrier and was just like all over the terrier. The terrier was like looked a little bit older, like so the guy like picks up his terrier to try and walk away, and I'll just say it was a greyhound. The greyhound is jumping and jumping and jumping and trying to grab the terriers, and like it looks quote unquote playful to a blind eye because he's wagging his tail, he's like jumping all excited, but I'm like, that is not okay. Like I had Obi with me and I didn't want to put Obi in a bad situation, but I kind of was hoping that that dog would run up to us because I was like, I will say something to the dad who is like 2 miles back, not paying attention. I'm like, I know Obi can stand his ground, and I would never want to put him in a stressful situation, but I'm like, get away from that old man and come over here and let me tell you something about it. Like,
Seriously.
like Jesus
Seriously.
Christ. It was insane. And like the dad probably thought like, oh, my dog's just so friendly and like wants to play with everyone and is going to see all the other dogs. But I'm like, that dog is a dick and that dog is being like predatory to that little dog. He's jumping up and
Yeah.
trying to grab him when the dad has picked him up and trying to walk away. It was crazy. I would have said something, but eventually he called
crazy.
him back and put him on a leash because he was like, you're being unruly. Otherwise I would have said something. But
Yeah, I was.
yeah.
Good call, Dad.
Yeah.
You 20 minutes
That dog on a
later.
leash. I'm gonna put you on a leash.
But that
like-
brings up a good point too, like with body language. So then what's that predatory behavior? People don't see that a lot too, and they do think it's just being hyper or
Annoying.
over-friendly or
Yeah.
excited.
Mhm.
But no, that can be a dangerous thing too. And of course a sighthound is going to do that if it sees, not of course, but it's not
Yeah, and
unusual
if that
for a
little
sighthound to
dog
act like
started
that.
like squealing or tried to run away, like I'm sure it would have escalated and
Game
like
on.
been ugly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll just
And we've
say right
seen
now,
that
I
at
would have
school,
stepped
too.
in and handled it.
I know you would
It
have.
didn't go that far though. Me and Obi.
Because that lurcher
Me and
probably
Obi are
picked
the
up on
fun-
your
me and
signal.
Obi are the
It's
fun
like,
police at the park.
but you can't
They're
help
all under
it.
control.
You're communicating with the dog.
I know, really. That's why the dog stopped. It's like, shit.
I saw Obi.
That
I'm
lady.
looking at the dad. Obi's looking at the dog.
I know you're gonna like tag team the.
But like
But
it
that's
is.
Oh,
go
Sorry,
ahead.
I'm just speaking over everyone.
Getting
You go
excited here.
ahead.
okay. I was going to say another good resource too, so we don't have to put ourselves through being there in the situation. Is that one? I cannot remember her name, but she went and filmed at the dog parks.
Sue
Um,
Sternberg.
yes,
Mm.
Huge shout out to Sue
it's
Sternberg.
really interesting to watch.
I've heard that name around the house since I was like 8.
Ah, she's one of my idols. She is so smart and just she's been doing this forever. She's just been ahead of the game. But that's her big thing. Yeah, she just took a video. She went around for like I think
Yeah,
a full year, right, Elena? Like she took a year off work and
it's a
just
long
filmed
one.
dog
Yeah.
parks. And it's brilliant. You learn so much watching this video, and it's just raw, uncut footage. She's not a techie, which I love about her because
Hmm.
she'll talk, and then you see like this bunch of her head because
Yep.
she's not in frame. But it's brilliant. Yeah,
We
highly
were
recommend
watching
it.
it as
Check
a
out.
family. It was interesting.
Oh, that's awesome.
We were all gathered around, and Sky and I were like, "Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!"
I know what I'm doing tonight with Callum.
Yeah.
It's incredible. But I will warn all of you listening, if you're not already dog behavior people, once you start watching for dog behavior, you
You'll
will
be on
never
edge
get
for the rest of your life
any.
anytime you see
It will
another dog.
ruin it will ruin every dog festival, dog friendly patio, dog birthday party, daycare. You'll never look at it the same way again, but you'll be a better person for your dog for it.
Yeah.
Um, it's pretty egregious, the signals that people don't see. And part of it is they're not aware. Just like everybody's on their phone now and
Yeah.
don't pay attention to their kids. It's happening with dogs
Yeah, people
too.
just aren't paying attention. And it's not even like,
Yeah.
oh, they don't know what to look for. They're just not looking. And so
Yeah.
that's a whole different topic. Pay attention
That
to
is a
your
whole different
dog.
topic.
Like, we won't get into that, but
But
That'll be hours.
yeah.
Hours.
Yeah.
We'll have to stay on topic today. But yeah, it's really it's fascinating to learn. We're also going to put a resource in the notes. Lily Chin, she's an
Yeah.
artist, but she is a huge dog fan, and she has devoted her life to working with rescues and other dog professionals. She's got resources that are free. You can go onto her website and download these posters that show um, stress behavior, fear, how to approach a dog, how not to approach a dog.
Really good illustrations and
Yeah,
resources.
she's known for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like her stuff a lot.
She's brilliant. Every shelter I've ever worked with, I try to give them those resources just to put up on the walls and just refresh daily. Like take a look at that. I'm like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's really great. And she has a book now too called I think it's just the dog body language book. We can put that up there too.
Yep.
It's like $10. It's great. It's so full of good information, subtle signs, more obvious signs, but it's like one of those things I think everybody should have if you have a dog.
Mhm.
Um,
Another
so
really
yeah.
cool thing to look at when you're kind of learning about body language stuff is like videos of like wolves in the wild. And I think we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but like all the ritualized aggression, which is what we were talking about, like all the signals that dogs give each other before a bite, all the signals that we don't see, you can really kind of see it when wolves communicate with each other. And a lot of
Mhm.
stuff, it's so interesting because like obviously no one's there like correcting the wolves or telling the wolf to knock it off or like be good. So like just the way they interact with each other, like you see them interact, and I think a lot of times you see a wolf doing something that a pet dog owner would correct them for, but that's just their natural language, and then the other wolves listen. Like
Yeah.
it's interesting to see like these dog like animals communicate with each other without any human intervention or human opinions associated with it. It's just really cool.
And
It
they're
is
good
cool.
at it because they let them do it, or they don't have no choice; they can do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just cool.
It's very pure, it's
Yeah.
how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which let me read a definition of ritualized aggression because I think this is something that everyone else should know about too. The ritualized aggression is displaying aggressive behavior growling, lip curls, posturing even, which is another thing we didn't talk about too much, but that stiff posture going over another
Yeah,
dog.
putting their head over the other dog's neck.
Yeah. They use those behaviors to communicate a threat and resolve conflict without actually resorting to physical injury or an actual fight. Self-preservation and economic behavior are key because if you're out in the wild and you see a threat, you don't want to just go into a fight and risk being severely injured or possibly being killed because that's not going to help your pack. You're not going to be able to feed your kids if you are killed.
Yeah.
So they will do what they can to kind of figure out where that line in the sand is. Like, that's your territory, this is my territory. Or if you can convince someone that you're a little more stronger, dominant, and the other one backs down. It's really incredible. It's like a dance, and it's used to avoid fighting. Sometimes it still happens if you have two super dominant wolves or bears or whatever. It's in all species, probably humans too, but that's another story.
I was gonna say ritualized aggression is like those two guys outside the club. It's like, walk away, bro. Walk away. You don't want to
Yeah.
do it. Walk away. That's that.
It's not as subtle as the wolves, but it's the human version. Totally. But it's really incredible. And our dogs do that as well too. And that leads us to another thing we talked about pre-podcast is you see a lot of these ritualized aggressive displays in our dogs, and people jump in so quickly and punish it.
And they punish the wrong one. Because
Yeah.
I'd say, 7 times out of 10, if your dog that you like trust and know is like growling or lip curling or doing any of these signs of aggression towards another dog that you don't know, that dog is probably doing something to elicit that response. Like that dog is probably being rude. That dog's probably throwing off signals. Like even if you don't see it, like something's happening there. So then if you're just yelling at your dog, like, knock it off, stop growling. Like, okay, but your dog was just standing up to it or like doing the right thing, being like, yo, chill out. And so you're like punishing the wrong dog a lot of the times, I feel like.
Like walking into an argument without knowing the context and just
Yeah, exactly.
like,
and you're like, man, that guy slapped me earlier. Like,
yeah.
and now you're yelling at me.
Oh yeah, I think it happens at least that often. I worked in a daycare once, trying to help them be a little bit more aware of this kind of stuff. But there was a dog in there who had been rescued from a hoarding situation, this cute little terrier, and she was terrified. But of course, mom felt like she really needed to socialize with other dogs, so took her to the daycare. The owner of the daycare would never turn a dog away. So she would get up on this chair to try to just have some space. And this dog got in her face just to say hi, wasn't being mean, but in her space. And so the little dog on
Was
the
it a
chair
Labrador?
started. Probably. I don't remember. I was focused on the dog on the chair.
No
So
offense.
she's on the chair and she's growling at this dog who keeps coming closer and closer. And the gal that was working in the daycare went over there with a water bottle and just started nailing the dog on the chair. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, she's growling. And I said,
Yeah,
she's
for a
growling to
reason.
move that big dog away from her. And think about it. She just got rescued from a hoarding situation. She's
Yeah.
tossed into this environment with all these dogs. She's barely
just trying to
adjusted
feel
to her new home.
safe.
I quit the next day because the owner backed her up. He's like, we can't allow growling because it's going to lead to fights. I'm like, oh my God, letting this dork dog move
Letting
into
this dork over
everybody's
here.
I thought you were talking about
And-
Letting
And we
this
shouldn't
dork
have
spray her in the
even-
face.
and that dork over there and this dork over here. And this poor little dog is not even allowed to protect herself. Like, this is not okay. And we talked about it and they just said, no, no growling. I'm like, ah. And there's another dog daycare I won't mention, but also sprays all dogs in the face for barking.
Yeah, well,
Barking is such a wide breadth of behavior. Like,
No,
you can't
okay.
generalize like that.
I don't know if
Yeah.
we're meant to say, but like it's not even a dog daycare that does that. It's like a dog park, a supervised
They do it.
dog park.
That's true. Yeah, it's a daycare, but then they have that rentable. Yes, and it was actually in the
So
dog
like the
park.
owners are there with their dog, and then the employees are coming up and spraying the dog in the face for barking. Like, no barking allowed
What?
in here. Like, this is a place you're
And
supposed
it's
to bring
a-
your dog to have fun.
Yeah, excitable. He's excitable. It was a breed that tends to bark a lot when they're excited. So,
Yeah.
but that's
That's
crazy stuff
so
because now
odd.
you're going to make that dog feel like they have to go to the next level because if they're not being listened to and they are trying to do the right thing, you
But
can
then
easily push them to, I guess I better be more intense next
but
time.
then stuff like that dog wasn't even barking as like it was just barking out of excitement. So like not
Right.
everything that a dog does is aggressive or is a ritualized aggression or is some sort of body language. Like it's the context. Like that was nothing. Like
Well, remember,
and you're
excitement is a
still punishing
crime.
it.
Yeah, it's a crime.
It's a crime. It's a crime to be excited.
Yeah, we're
Apparently.
gonna have this really multi-sensory, exciting place for dogs, but if a dog gets excited, that's not
But
okay.
chill out.
Mm-mm.
No, he must be
I better not
quiet,
hear a
excited.
peep out of you.
I know. I know. So it gets
Crazy.
crazy. Yeah, the people that punish the dogs for doing what nature is having them do to keep themselves safe and help them express themselves, and probably often asking the parents for help, and then you turn around and punish. Like that's really doing a lot of damage to your relationship and making the behaviors worse.
Yeah.
So,
I'd also be
uh,
kind of pissed if somebody like sprayed my dog in the face with water. I
Yeah.
mean, regardless, right in front of me, but
Yeah,
like,
literally.
I'd be
Like,
like, excuse me, and then take it and
yeah,
spray
right?
them. Take it.
I don't like how you're communicating. I don't like how you're communicating. Get it? Get
Bad,
it?
bad.
No, literally. Um,
And some, oh, go ahead.
no, you go.
I'm kind of going in another direction with the same thought, though, with
Me
people
too.
not understanding their dog. Okay, well, maybe we'll just meet there then. But I think sometimes it's innocent. Like we've seen dogs that are a little fearful, friendly, but fearful, tentative. Sometimes based on what their breed group is and sometimes situation, whatever. And the parents are so sure they're friendly, and they are, but it has to be on their time. And when they feel safe, they'll approach.
Hmm.
And we all tend to, when we're meeting dogs, I never go up and say hi to a dog. I might say something with my mouth like, oh, hi, you're so cute. But I never reach for them, never pet them. And everyone's like, oh, you can pet her. She's friendly. Like, I'm not afraid of dogs. I
I
like
know.
try
I
to
was
be
gonna say, like,
super
I feel like
respectful.
it's so funny because, like, me and probably all of us, like, I feel like if you saw me around a dog in public, like a dog I don't know, you would think that I'm terrified of dogs because I'll like
Oh,
avoid eye
yeah.
contact. I won't reach out to pet her. I'll just walk by, but I'm just like, I just want her to have a good day. I want her to feel safe. I don't want to impose. So I'm just going to completely ignore
Yeah.
her and act like I didn't even see her. But like people like are always like, don't you want to say hi? Like you love dogs. You work with dogs. And I'll be like, not that dog. No, she could just. I'm minding my business.
I
She
know.
doesn't want it.
It's
Just
crazy.
ignore her.
It's
Don't talk to her.
crazy. But parents will like, no, they're really friendly. And this one dog I'm thinking of, like the mom kept, she's like, go on, she just likes to play. She just likes to play. And she kept like getting her and getting her. And the
Mm.
dog at one point kind of turned around and kind of snapped. And she's like, see, that's what I told you. It's really funny. She does this stepping thing. She's like, it's so
So
silly. I'm
funny.
like,
So funny.
God's telling you, please stop. Please stop.
Yeah.
And she's doing it in the most respectful, sweet way she can. So they're trying to be good parents and encourage friendly behavior, but also read the room, like read your dog. And it's not that they're not friendly, but we all have our own way of
Yeah, just give
adjusting
her
to
a
a
minute. Yeah.
situation. Yeah. She was in a new environment, meeting new people. She had just met new dogs. It's like, it's okay. We're all chill. And she was lovely, lovely, lovely. But she's very young. Like if you keep putting your dog in that position where you're trying to make her be more outgoing and go over there and make friends with that dog and go run around and I'm gonna get you. Like she's gonna start getting snappy and
Yeah, I feel like
defensive.
a lot of times people who like come to our school or like meet us at events or stuff, they feel the need to like prove that their dog is a good dog to us and like justify like everything. And we're like, yeah, like we study dog behavior, like we get it, like we get it, like we see what's going on. Like you don't have to like overcompensate because you think your dog is acting shy or something. Like it's fine. Like we're not judging you. We're not judging your dog. Like
It's
That's
crazy here.
true.
That's overstimulating.
yeah. It's just always so interesting when I feel like people when they meet us, mostly like at events, they'll just like feel
Yeah.
so much need to like explain their dog
No.
and like get their dog to be friendly and get their dog to do a cool trick, and we're like, it's fine. Like we get it. Like we get your dog. Like it's fine.
Like that's a big one. Everyone always like, ask her to shake hands. Like, I don't want to shake her
That's
hand.
all
Like, if
right.
she
Like
wants to come say hi to me, that's cool. But I'm not going to ask her to do anything for me. Like,
yeah, that's
look at my
okay.
dancing monkey. Woo, dance monkey, dance. Like,
No, it's not
you
like
want
we're gonna be
people to
like,
tell you.
wow, you guys are so cool. Like your dog knows how to shake hands. Like we're really impressed.
I was at an event once and there was this
Again.
trainer there who has different methods than we do. And so he was walking around with his dog from the shelter who had been having some issues adjusting. It was a bulldog. So, tough time at a shelter and different behaviors that people don't see as just bulldog behaviors. So he had like this big pocket full of treats and he didn't know who I was. And he came up and he's like, "Do you want a treat?" And ask her to sit. And I said, "No." He's like, "You can. You can take a treat and ask her to sit." And I said, "Oh, no, thank you." And I just turned around and walked away. I'm like, why are you parading her around this huge party at a shelter with all these people is really loud and you're just making her do I think she was wearing a tutu. She was like dressed up too. And you're just parading her around and like making people ask her to sit. And I get where you think you're helping her by being
That's
calm
just
in a crowd.
mental. Like imagine if that was
Also,
like a child up for adoption. I'm sorry.
No, that's
What
yeah.
the hell?
Look at
this
how
is a lot
obedient
for
they
her. And then she's supposed to follow commands that people are telling her, people she doesn't know and has no
In like this
relationship with. Like,
extremely overstimulating environment, and she's in a
yeah,
tutu.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she didn't even pick the outfit. Come on. I know she didn't pick that. But it was crazy. It's like, I'm not going to make her do this.
That's
Yeah,
really sad.
It was sad.
yeah.
Just think
Um,
about it, people. Just think about it a little bit longer before you do things like that.
yeah.
Would I just think I like someone walking me around on a leash in a tutu, asking and having people to ask me sit? No.
No,
Yeah, you wouldn't
I
do
mean,
that to your
maybe
child.
you do. I don't know. To
to
each
each
Yeah, you
their
their
wouldn't
own.
own.
take
No kink shaming here.
True, but your child, like you wouldn't take Jude somewhere and like ask
Yeah,
him to sweep. He really likes to sweep.
yeah. Ask
Come
him
on,
to
Jude,
shake your
you should.
hand.
He'd be like, "What the hell,
Give
mom?"
him a broom.
Yeah, watch him sweep. Watch him sweep.
They're like, "Sweep, sweep, sweep." God.
Uh,
Just for those of you who don't know Jude, he really
he
is
loves to
a clean
sweep.
freak. He
He
loves to
loves
sweep.
the broom.
He's a tiny little guy.
He cleans up the dog's school for us. It's not child labor. He wants to do
He
it.
Yeah.
wants to.
We ask
We
him
pay him
not
in
to,
donuts.
but
Yeah. Pay him in donuts. Yeah, in donut holes.
I know. But it's the same thing, or like my kids were always very introverted, like kind of shy, as was I. And to have say hi, like that's not fair. That's not
No.
just honoring who they are and their
I
comfort
would've
level.
lost my mind if you asked me to say hi to someone in public.
Me
I would
too.
never have because I was the same way. But it's awful. You see people do that. You see people like try to encourage their kids to be friendly with strangers. It's like, I don't know, like if they're super friendly kids, cool, but
Yeah,
I don't
to an
know. It's
extent,
not
I guess, teaching manners and stuff like that, but like forcing it, like when you know your child
forcing
is
it.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I
or just
wish,
reading, yeah, your kid, your dog.
yeah, anyone. And you don't know these people either. Like, it's a new thing now to be like, you just because some creepy man in a grocery store is like, oh, hi, oh, look at you. Like, you don't have to say hi to the creepy man. It's probably best if
Probably
you
best if you
don't.
ignore him.
Yeah,
Just if you let
if
someone
you
know.
feel
You give those
uncomfortable.
avoidance signals
Yeah.
like turn your head slowly, walk away.
If you're getting a weird vibe, then trust your weird vibe. Don't be like,
Yeah.
say hi to the man. Say hi to the nice man. He has candy. Like,
And your dog
leave
should
him
be allowed
alone.
to trust their instincts as
Yeah,
well and feel
exactly.
I
safe
know.
and not like mom's gonna make me say hi to that weird man. Like,
Yeah, they're
That's just
better sense
another
of
way we take
character.
choice away from our dogs, and then they go bonkers because we just force them into these situations. So often with good intent, but that's where we're trying to go. Like it's really important to learn your dog's body language and understand what they're
if
trying to
they're
say.
uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah, be their advocate. It's okay. You don't have to be embarrassed about it. Like
Yeah,
most dogs.
it's not
Yeah.
you. Like
Yeah.
Obi doesn't like kids. Oh my God, the other day, we were walking and Obi likes adults. Like if an adult is walking by him, he'll kind of wander up and sniff them and let them pet him. And so there was this lady walking and like her little, probably like 3-year-old daughter was like a bit away from her, like on a little scooter. So we walked by, Obi kind of sniffed the lady's leg, and so the lady was like, "Oh, hi," and reached down to pet him. And then her daughter saw that she was petting a
Oh
puppy.
no.
And so comes running and going, "Puppy!" And I literally had to
Oh
step in between them. I
no.
was like, "He doesn't like kids. I'm so sorry." Meanwhile, Obi's like behind me, like, "Let me at her." I'm like, I don't feel bad because it's not me like trying to attack the little girl. I'm just advocating for him. Like
Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't like kids.
I
Yeah.
don't hate kids. Obi
Yeah.
does,
It
and
is what it
I'm
is.
gonna speak up for him. I'm not gonna let him bite your daughter because I'm embarrassed to say no.
There's just a
Yeah.
lot of social pressure, I think. And then social media doesn't make it any better because everybody puts their dogs in these compromising positions, but it looks cute and they're having so much fun doing all these crazy tricks or
Hmm.
having the baby jump on them, which
Yeah.
is another thing that drives me crazy. All those videos you see where it's people are either goading their dog to growl or snap, and it's usually little chihuahuas that are always
Yep.
the targets, and it drives me nuts. Like they'll try to take their piece of pizza crust out of their mouth, and everybody's laughing in the background. It's like that is so cruel.
Yeah.
Have you seen Breaking Bad where Jesse's chained to the ceiling and they make him run back and forth? I watched it last night and it made me cry. But it's like, it's the same thing. It's like you don't make someone do something that is killing their soul for your
No.
entertainment.
Yeah, like you're just like rage baiting your dog for like shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that word,
Yeah.
rage baiting. Truly.
Rage baiting.
Literally.
And the kid thing too. I see a lot of videos online of like they're like it's these sometimes like influencers or like dog behaviorists and they're like you have to, let your dog know that like your kid is going to get up in their face or like, be on them and they have to be okay with it. And so, the kid's like crawling on them and like laying on them and they've got like this huge whale eye going on and
Super
they're just
stiff.
like so yeah, and they're so
Yeah.
uncomfortable looking and they're like, "See, they like to cuddle. Oh, they're so
Yeah, I'm
cute." And
like,
it's like,
yeah, okay, when's the next
"No."
video gonna come in 6 months? We had to put down our dog because he bit our
Hmm.
daughter.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like
I
Also the
know.
advocate
videos
for their space.
also the videos of like I've seen people like they'll do that thing to try and like eliminate resource guarding. Well, they'll just walk by their dog's food bowl and just grab food out of it as they're eating. And they're like, it's to make sure that he doesn't resource guard from our baby. I'm like, how about you teach your baby to respect a dog's space and not take shit out of their food bowl while they're eating? Like,
Don't
I
what?
feed your
know.
dogs next to your
I
baby.
think that is
Hello.
one of the most stupid things ever to like try and get rid of this is completely off topic. I'll just say it really quickly. I think it's the most stupid thing ever to try and cure resource guarding by just like grabbing shit out of your dog's mouth as they're eating it and being like, well, they have to be okay with me taking it. I'm like, yeah, they're learning that at any moment their shit could be taken away from them. That's going to make them want to resource guard even more.
Yeah.
I know. Where is your logic in that? Honestly, where is your logic? And it's
Yeah.
not completely off topic because again, it's not reading the body language and letting them have it.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you, well, no, it does mean they get to have their feelings and then you manage the environment around it. Or if you can't live with it, rehome your dog because
Like
they're not going to want to live with you either.
if every time I was
Yeah.
eating like a bowl of popcorn, freaking Callum came in here and just took it away from me at random times, I would start getting real pissy real fast, and that's completely valid of me.
Yeah.
And
And it would start
and
back chaining.
I
When
and
he'd come into the
I
room, he'd start getting tense and then,
and I
Yeah.
have words and language that I can communicate with that with. Dogs don't. So what do you
Mhm.
expect other than growling, lip curling? That's literally the only way they have to speak to you and tell you cut that shit
right,
out. You're being a dick.
right,
Dogs are
right.
allowed to say it too.
And they should be allowed to eat in peace, just like we should be allowed to eat
Yeah,
in
it's
peace. Like
literally
they're
like
not allowed to beg or like,
it's
be right near us when we're eating because it's annoying. Like let them have their space to eat too. That's not fair.
it's literally like one of the basic human rights to have like
Yes.
food. It should be a basic animal right to be able to eat and not
Mhm.
It
worry
is.
about having their food taken away.
It's one of the five freedoms of animal welfare is
Oh
food.
yeah.
Food and safety,
Yes,
like
why are
they're
we
allowed
taking it
to
away
have
from them
that.
to try and like teach them a lesson? That's like
It's that old school
again bringing it
thinking,
back to if your kid upsets you and you're like you're not having dinner. That's kind of
Yeah.
fucked
It's
up.
really sad. It is sad. Feed
Yeah,
your
it's
kids
just out of
dinner.
control.
Yeah, feed everyone dinner. Just let them eat. Like it's
Feed
okay.
them dinner.
You can
Same
work on
yeah.
you can work on
It
resource
bothers
guarding in
me.
other ways. You can work on managing that behavior and like mitigating it and like not putting yourself in a situation where it's going to become an issue. But like the way to do it is not to take shit out of your dog's mouth as they're eating. I'm just going to put it out there right now, point blank, period.
No, I think
And
that's fair.
feed your dogs away from your kids. We have
Yeah.
Jude.
Also,
Yeah, like we'll put the dogs away, and then if Jude wants to help us scoop the food, he can. But the dogs are away,
yeah, don't let
and
him just
then
crawl around and reach in their bowls and stuff
yeah,
because that's you
exactly.
being neglectful and putting everyone in a shitty situation, not your dogs being bad.
No, and then they eat on the other side of the house, and he's on the other side of the house. Like he's not even around them when they're eating because they deserve that time to like not have to
Yeah.
worry about him, being
And
cranky
Jude
and
Jude knows dogs and your dogs are super
yeah.
chill, but like still like you wouldn't even test that boundary because
No,
you're a
no,
good mom.
thanks.
And Jude's learning too. Jude's growing up
And be like,
learning.
yeah.
It's hard.
But you do, you have to teach them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good for him too. Just understanding right from the start. I did that with my kids too. It's like so you can't bother. It's not that hard. It's like
No.
they
Yeah,
don't
like
know any different.
literally
It's like you leave the
Yeah.
cat and dog alone when they're eating.
didn't you
You don't
have
hit them like this.
yeah,
You just
Yeah.
didn't you have like a private appointment once and like they were like, well, our daughter really likes getting into the dog's crate, so like the dog needs to not guard the crate from her. And we're like,
What?
just don't let your daughter go into your dog's crate. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it.
yeah.
Like
And this
your
is a
dog is
dog.
allowed to feel safe and your daughter doesn't need to have access to everything in the house. She can have boundaries too. Like that's the dog space. Just don't go in there. Get your daughter
Yeah,
her
there's
own crate if she wants one so badly.
Or a
I
box.
know.
Jude
Yeah.
has a big
Or a
box.
playpen, like anything. Yeah.
Yeah. He loves boxes. Give him a box.
Like a
and they're
cat.
fine. Yeah. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to have access to such an enclosed space like that either. Because imagine what happens when the kid and the dog are in there at the same time. Like,
Yeah, come face to face in the crate.
yeah.
No, that stuff is crazy, but that's where social media, some of that stuff is out there, and then people think that's normal or okay, or they want to test it too. Like that's so cute. Like, oh my God, it's just dumbing down dogs again. It's like, stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it.
it's just trying to make them fit into the mold of what we want them to exactly be instead of recognizing like a dog is like a friend. Like you can pick the friend that works with your lifestyle and the friend that you want to be around all the time, but you can't make your friend act how you want them to act. But sometimes friendships just don't work out.
No, no,
And
you're too different.
sometimes a dog is just not going to be compatible for you. You don't change
Are you
them.
breaking up with me?
Huh?
Are you
Yeah,
breaking up with
Elena, I'm so sorry. I actually have to leave this podcast right now. I've been meaning
Kinda
to
does.
talk to you.
It's 10 o'clock. She kind of does have to leave.
Oh shit.
Good timing.
Aw, damn.
What a coincidence. I break up with you. See ya.
End the podcast there.
Enjoy your brunch.
Good luck with your dad. Oh my God.
Yeah, so like
Oh,
when you're with your friends, when you're with your family, when you're with your partner, like you read their body language, you respect their communication, you listen to them, even if you don't understand it or you don't understand why they're acting some sort of way, like you still respect it. You don't get like pissy with them about it. Shouldn't.
Mhm.
And you shouldn't do that for your dog either. Like it's reading the body language, like learning who they are, learning how they communicate, and working with it because it is a relationship.
So you have a good analogy because you have a boyfriend who's from another country. So I'm sure
We
sometimes he
communicate
runs
no, we
crazy.
communicate really differently. We respect that about each other. Like I don't just like be like, well, you need to do what I say. You need to communicate how I communicate. Otherwise, like don't communicate at all. Like
Yeah.
it's
Where's
the
the
same
fun in
thing.
that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's just like learning how your dog communicates and how
Yeah.
they feel about things and what makes them feel safe and what makes them feel comfortable.
Mm.
It is like dating someone from a foreign country. Like,
it is.
No,
And
that's
doesn't
so
it matter to
true.
you? If it doesn't matter to you what your dog feels or wants or needs, then
you shouldn't
don't
have a
have a dog.
dog.
That's not
Yeah.
fair.
No, just be
Get a
alone.
fish.
Yeah.
And a fish is questionable because they have feelings too, but
Yeah, you need
at
to take
least
care
they're
of a
not going to
fish
hurt its
too.
feelings.
Don't have any animals. Just be by yourself and be alone if you don't
Pet
care.
rock. Pet
Think
rocks.
about
Yeah,
what
get a
you've
pet
done.
rock. Yeah,
They're coming back in
if
popularity.
you don't care about other people's feelings and other animals' feelings and only care about yourself, then moral of the story, you should just get a pet rock.
Yeah.
I have a lot more to say about this, but Elena has to go to brunch, so we're gonna have to do a part 2 next
Sorry.
week.
So sorry.
Okay, I think we've dumped enough on people.
Yeah, sorry, we're really passionate about this topic.
It affects every single part of your life with your dog. And the
It's like
more
a
you
fundamental
understand them
building block.
and the better you can read them, just like May. So I'm not going to wait for May and Jinx to have a fight over food. When I see May starting to sulk, it's like, hey, ma'am, we're going to go over here now.
Yeah, enough
And then
of
I'll
that.
continue with her. I'm not mad at her. I know she wants food and she knows she can get it. But
Yeah.
you can make everything so much better.
Yeah, don't do
If
that
you're
to Jinx and put
aware.
Jinx in a situation where she's gonna have to growl at May to protect her food and
No.
then like get in all this drama.
Yeah.
No, it's just
May can
it's
go have
respectful.
a carrot in the other room and Jinx can
Yeah.
eat her dinner.
Yeah, it's that simple. You can stop a lot of stuff if you just are paying attention and
Yeah, it's like we keep saying, like any relationship, like communication and
Mhm.
learning to communicate with each other is like a fundamental building block of any relationship, including the relationship that you have with your dog or your cat or your turtle or any animal, but especially dogs because they are so in tuned and literally bred to like want to work with us and want to be with us.
And so misunderstood. People understand cat body language a lot better than dogs.
Yeah, why do people just accept cats the way they are and not try to change
that's
them?
another podcast,
That's
truly.
a thing.
Yeah, well,
Oh, now I don't want to go to brunch.
we have so much to say.
I blame Disney.
Brunch is canceled.
Disney has
Sorry, Dad. I'm busy.
really, yeah. No,
But
that's
yeah.
definitely another podcast because I would like to explore that more, and I'd like to hear people's thoughts on that too. Honestly, when did that
Yeah.
happen? Why did that happen? That dogs are just these little
Oh,
toys who just want to please us, and it's crazy.
Yeah. So I think next week we're going to continue on the body language train. We're going to talk about um
Things we've done to make it harder for dogs to communicate.
things we've done to make it harder for dogs to communicate, such as docking ears, cropping tails, and what was the other thing we were going to talk about? Situations on like how to approach a dog and like how to respect body language, things you can do better to make a dog feel more comfortable. Anything else?
Well, because we are the enrichment people, we can also talk about how this is important when you're going to do enrichment with your dog.
Yeah.
Read their signals. So we could
yeah, that's true.
We'll have a bunch
about
more to
that
talk
too.
about, but those are some little sneak peeks.
I know.
I'm sure we'll think about a lot between now and next week that we want to talk about as well.
So rest up, people.
We always do. We always think of something else we want to say.
Pull up.
But all good things must come to an end. So
Take us out, Elena.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us on What Dogs Really Want. If you like this episode, hit that follow button, leave a review or comment, and share with someone whose dog might be trying to tell them something. If you have a myth you want busted or a behavior you're curious about, you can drop us a DM at What Dogs Want. We're on Instagram and Facebook. And you can let us know what you would like to cover in a future episode. Until next time, stay kind and curious and do fun stuff with your dog.
And read their body language. And you can
Read
also
their body
find us
language.
you can also find us online at wdwacademy.dog.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye.